Bauhaus certainly deserves its place in the museum, but has it also become a fixture in the living room 90 years on? Arts.21 reporters check people's homes for the telltale signs.
The baying stag. In Germany in the 1950s and 60s, it was the symbol of middle-class comfort, and every home had to have one. Nostalgic kitsch was once amazingly popular, but it's a million miles from the Bauhaus. And for today's interior design gurus, a definite no-no. So how does the modern household measure up? Who better to ask than your average urban professional, late 30s, single, and successful.
The bedroom's at the back. There's a large hallway. I like that everything's so open, and through there is the living room.
This apartment could be almost anywhere. There's some international art, a bit of designer furniture. There's not a lot of decoration. Flexibility is key here, not being tied to a particular style, Bauhaus included.
For a long time, I didn't want things to have a fixed space, but everything seems to have found a spot.
A fold-away table, no-frills porcelain, and the baying stag has made way for a wireframe rabbit. Avoiding design trends has become a trend in its own right. So what about our next subject? A lawyer in his late 50s.
Here's the billiard room. We use it mostly in the winter, less in the summer. And here's the living room.
Every item of his furniture is personal and individual. All of it lovingly collected over the years.
We've only bought one piece of furniture at a store. With all these things, it can take years before you find something. In my opinion, it's better not to buy at all than buy a piece of furniture you might not like or doesn't fit into the house.
Some items, like this sofa, are self-designed and self-made. It's furniture to last a lifetime. But here, too, no Bauhaus. It was the protest movements of the 1960s that fired up young people to change their decor, along with so much else in their lives. Students were in revolt against sexual repression, the Vietnam War, and their parents' bourgeois taste. The social revolution brought new clothes, new hairstyles, and new furniture. 40 years on, times have changed. Our third test case is a modern student's abode.
That's my housemate Rolf. There's the kitchen. This is the toilet. It's a total mess. And this is my room.
This is living for the moment. It's chaotic and random and completely devoid of Bauhaus furniture. In the battle between form and function, form comes a distant second. The interior is a collection of remnants and hand-me-downs.
The shelves were here from the last tenants, a painting firm. A former housemate left the wardrobe behind because she didn't want to take it apart. The table I borrowed from my mother, and I can't even remember where the folding chair came from.
A student's anti-style, part principle, part lack of money. Our fourth subject is also in her 20s, but that's where the similarities end. For Marit Wilke, her home is her nest. She likes warm colors and soft textures. Comfort is key here. Interior designers might call it new romantic, but they wouldn't call it Bauhaus.
It's important for me to feel really comfortable in my home. It shouldn't be too Spartan, and I want people to see it was furnished and decorated by me. I don't want everything white and sterile. I have to feel at ease.
So, what have we found? There's a better chance of finding Bauhaus in a museum than in the average German's home.